This conference will now be recorded.
In last meeting, we discussed about how to create a model and how to create a project. Inside the project, we have already created some elements, right? Elements in the sense like a table. And yesterday we have created this model. See here in the recent, in the start page itself, there is a recent option is there. In the recent option, we have created this model HR management solution. From here also you can open the open your project, and from here also you just go to the open model, and there is a project, and you can go to the HR management solution. You just need to select this particular HR management solution option here directly. Okay, now if it is not open the solution explorer, you can open from here solution explorer, and anyway the properties window will be automatically come here. Okay, in last meeting we created the table called EMP table, right? In this table we just have created some columns called like employee ID, name, age, date of birth, address and phone number. If you want, you can create a few more columns later point of time. That is possible, that you can add some more columns in future if you required. Okay, successfully we have created the table, and also I told you about the build process. If you want to open the table successfully, you need to build the project first. In build process, what will happen, that also we have seen in the yesterday meeting. Now the next concept which I am going to tell you about, how to create a form for this table. We just created a table, that's it. Suppose I want to present this information to end user. How? We need to create a user interface object that is called form. Now we are creating a form. That form, let me show you something here. So first of all, I'm going to show you one sample form that we will replicate in our project for EMP table. Very simple form, I'm going to tell you. Like if you go to the any module like HR management, for example, there is a reason codes, not reason codes. Just let me go back to the very simple form, courses. For example, there is a not this course locations, course groups. See here, it's very simple form. Here only we have two columns, I mean two fields, group and description. These are all fields. In the same way, I will also create like employee ID, employee name, age, date of birth, address, phone number, like that. Okay, and here we will create filter control, and here I will show the caption of the form. Anyway, this one, edit button, new button, delete button, all these things are default controls. Okay, let's try to create this form for EMP table. Now let's go to the right click on the project management here, HR management project, and go to the add, go to the new item. Now your form will be, I mean, if you want to create a form, that will be available in the user interface node. Just let me select the user interface. Here there is a form option is there. Now rename it here. I'm giving the same name here, EMP table. Our table name is also same, EMP table. I'm providing the same name here. So somewhat this is called naming conventions. If you are providing same name to the form also, we will not get confused in future. Suppose if you are giving some different name to the form, definitely we will confuse. And if any other people are referring your project, those people also will get confused. So just follow the naming conventions here. Consistency. This is called consistency. Okay. Now add the form here. See here, form has been added. Form folder. Okay. Forms folder has added here, and your form is there here. Now automatically it will open in the designer area. Once you click on the add button, automatically your form will be added in the project, and the form automatically adds into your designer area. Here you can see this is one box, this is another box, and this is your preview box below. Okay, whatever we are doing in the above two boxes, so it will show the preview of your design. Now see here, now your form is there in the HR management model, and here there are nodes, methods node, events node, data sources, parts, and design. Totally we have 5 nodes in the form. Now okay, let's start the development. First you need to drag this table into the data source. That we need to do first step. Okay, drag the table. Now what happens right now? The form and the table are interlinked. I mean, we have established a connection between the form and the table. Now the table is available in the data sources. Now we should not call it as a table, this one. We should call it as a data source. Okay, let me expand the data source. Here, methods, events, fields, field groups, some blah blah is there. Okay, now if you expand the fields, whatever you created in the table, you can see here. Address, age, date of birth. Okay, address, date of birth, employee ID, partition, and all. Okay, now first of all, I'm going to design my form here. Okay, keep it like this only. Expand your fields and keep it like this. And now I'm going to the design and go to the properties. So first, what exactly I need to do? I need to provide the caption, right? I need to provide the caption. First, I'm providing a caption here, like all employees. All employees. Okay. Now this is the caption. See, once you provide the caption, automatically it has came here. Okay. Now after that I need to create a filter control, right? Okay, let's create a filter control. Right click on the design, new option. See, these are all predefined options, predefined controls in the form, like action pane, button control, button group, chart. Okay, like a date control, like grid control, group control, like a image control, menu button, menu item button, like radio buttons, quick filter control, progress bar. Like there are so many controls are there. These are all predefined controls. And one more thing I need to tell you here, only these controls I need to use, and I need to develop the form. This application will not allow third-party controls. I cannot import any third-party controls to design my form. That is not possible. Okay, now I'll do one thing. So I need to create a filter control, right? So that will be available here. You just see here, quick filter. See, it is added. Okay, and you just need to do one thing. Once you created a control, by default system will give you the name with one number, quick filter control 1. So you just need to change the name, like quick filter control or quick filter like this. That is your wish, but better to rename it. So don't leave the don't leave the default names. Okay, don't leave the default names. Now here, coming to the next control. What is the next control here? Grid, right? Grid control. Now I'm going to creating a grid control. Again, right clicking on the design, new control, there is a grid. Okay, let me create a grid control and change the name like form grid. Okay, form grid control or form grid, your wish, no problem. And first you need to provide the data source property to the grid. That is very important property. For grid control, data source is very important. Now select the current data source name. This is your current data source name. I mean, this is the address of the data source. I mean, for this grid control, which data source you are pointing, because sometimes we will have more than one data source will be available in the data sources, so that for grid control only I can able to assign one data source at a time. I cannot assign more than one data source, so that we need to provide for grid control data source is very important. Without a data source you cannot design the we cannot show the data in the grid control. Data source property is compulsory for the grid control. Okay, don't forget it. Now we just need to drag the fields from here to grid control in a specific order, in which order you want to show the data. For example, first I need to show employee ID. Drag the employee ID. After that I need name. After that age. After that date of birth. After that address. After that phone number. So I don't want to drag the table ID, record ID, and partition. These are all system fields. Why I need to show to the end user? These are all related to system fields, right? Only I'll show the business fields. Like suppose if you missed any order, see here in the design, in the preview pane, you can see there is a caption, there is a filter control, there is a grid control, right? Suppose if I missed the order, like I just want to keep the phone number in the address place. So just select the phone number and use Alt button, up arrow. Alt key, hold the Alt key and use up arrow, down arrow to move the controls up and down. Okay, and don't use the mouse to drag the controls from up and down here. Okay, so you can move the controls up and down by using the Alt button, up arrow, down arrow keys. Okay, successfully we have created a simple form. Let me save the changes here. After that you can click on the save button to save your form, everything. Okay, 1 or 2 times. Now you need to build a project. This time synchronization is not required because we have not done anything on the table, right? Only we have created a form, that's it. For form creation or form build process, synchronization is not required. You just need to flip to false, so you can reduce the time, build process time. Okay, click on build process, click on the build option, and I'll show you how to open this form. See here, in a fraction of seconds the build process completed here successfully. Now I just want to open this form in the user interface. Now right click on the form, set as startup object. To open the form, set as startup object. For table, how can I open the table? By using open table browser option is there. When you click here, automatically our table will be open in the browser itself. But for form, we need to make set as a startup object. When you click here, automatically your form name, see here, form will be turned into the bold letters. Now there is a start button. Click on start button. Now your Visual Studio went into the debugging mode. Visual Studio will be debug your project, and if there is any startup object available in your project, system will execute that. Just a second. This is common process for every form opening or anything. Automatically browser will be open, and your form also will open in the browser itself. See here, all employees, filter control, grid we have created, and this record we have created in table level actually. That is replicated here, and the edit button, new button, delete button, all these buttons added by default in a form. Now you can start creating your records. E101, save the record. Now, okay, now go to the Visual Studio again. Here there is a red button is there, red button. Stop debugging. When you click here, automatically your Visual Studio again turned into the development mode. Okay. Okay, let me open the table, and we have created a record in the form, right? We'll see whether the record is available in the table level also or not. See here, there is a record, 101 record. Vice versa, if you created a record in the table, that will be available in the form. If you created a record in the form level, that will be available in the table itself. So this is the way of creating a form and a table. Is there any clarifications required here?
Yeah, Riju. Can you please open the EMP table again on the internet browser? Open table is browser. EMP table.
Okay, EMP table. Already I opened here. See here.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes. See, I can see here that the first column is address, then age, then DOB. Actually, the columns are not displayed sequentially. Means, I mean, the order in which the columns were created in the table. Why it is showing this?
In alphabetical order.
Yeah, yeah. Columns are not showing in the way EMP ID and all. And also, you know, we have created the form. We have created the form without defining primary key. And
that we will create. Okay, forget about the primary key and all. I will show you.
All right, and you know,
you are talking
we
about
have
sequence.
All right, and
You're talking about sequence. In table
yeah,
level, think about it. In table level, order is mandatory. Is mandatory in table level. Form level mandatory or table level mandatory?
Form level mandatory, table level.
See, simple answer is there. In table level, order is not required for us because the table is a invisible object. We cannot open the table in our lifetime in the browser itself because table is a backend object, right? In table, the fields will arranged in a alphabetical order. You can see A letter, after A letter, D, E, N, P.
Right, means.
But
Means
you
this is
have
the
created your own order here, but system will not arrange like that. But you need to arrange in form level. Whatever the order you need, you can show in form level, not in table level. In table level also, you cannot make like that. Suppose if you change the order here also, but it will again come to the ascending order only, alphabetical order.
right.
Okay?
That is default feature. And
Default
and we have actually given the data source at design time. Uh,
Hmm.
and actually in the real scenario we will be giving the data source at runtime also.
No, 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 no. Whatever the process, whatever the steps I'm doing here, same steps you need to do in tomorrow in your development. Same steps. There is no alternate. There is no another procedure. If another procedure is there, that also I will tell you in the training. So
Okay, means
we can do like this. We can also do like this. I will tell you like that. But whatever the form I have developed here, there is no another way. This is only the way you need to develop the form. So first create the form. First create the form. Drag the table. Second step. Okay, assign the properties to the design. Assign the properties means caption and all everything. Okay, create a filter control, create a grid control. For grid control, data source property is very important. That is very important. After that, drag the fields from data source to design your desired order, your specific order. Like if you want to show employee first, you need to drag it first like this. That is only the process. There is no second procedure, second methodology to create form. Only this is the procedure.
okay. In
That's it.
generally we
We are
yeah yeah can generally we define the data source at runtime means while miss but it
in
is
which
not.
technology?
Yeah, in Visual Studio means if you are not working with Dynamics 365. I mean,
No, in Dynamics 365, you're talking about Dynamics 365 only or what?
yeah, yeah, Dynamics 365 only.
Runtime, how can I provide the data source? Because if I provide initially data source, then only I can drag the fields, right?
Okay, means this is a form grid. There should be a form load event. On load event, if I access this property,
This is
that
not
data
a
grid
this is
dotted.
not a dynamic design. It is static design.
All right, all right. Okay,
Static design, complete static design. Forms or reports or any classes will not be dynamic. See,
okay,
dialog boxes can build dynamically through code runtime. The controls will design automatically in the runtime in in the dialog box design. But it
okay,
is completely static design. The report and forms are static designs, but dialog boxes are runtime design.
okay.
Okay. Now, successfully, we
Uh,
have created a form.
and Arjun, we are yet to link this form to the course group, right? The one you mentioned before.
Uh, what exactly?
Like you said, like we are going to change this course group, right? This one, we are going to add columns
No,
to
no.
this form.
Now I have not told that I'm going to change this course group. I'm going to creating my
Okay,
form
okay,
as it is like this.
okay. Got it.
Just I have shown you one simple form. See guys, I'm designing this kind of form for our EMP table.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Just I have shown you one mock form. And guys, I'm doing this kind of design right now. So there is a caption, there is a filter control, there is a grid control. Just order I have shown you, and same order I have created for EMP table form. Okay, fine. Let me open the course content. Now coming to the tables we have created, table fields and properties, table properties, field properties. We will discuss all the time. Don't worry. I'll tell you that. Now, the next concept I'm going to tell you about. See, we have created a form, right? We have created a form. Here, we have missed so many things. Here, the filter control is not working. For example, I just want to filter 25 years people. When I type 25, it is not filtering the data. but just we have created a filter control, but it is not working. Okay, now just go to the Visual Studio, go to the filter control option, and when I type the filter, when I type something here, in which control data has to be handled, which data, I mean grid control data, right? Grid control data has to be filter. So go to the properties of your filter control, and there is a property called target control. Target control should be which one? Form grid, right? Let me select here form grid. That's it. Save it. And if you open again, okay, let me open again. Let me build the project again, because you have changed something. You need to build the project, and then only you need to open. Okay, it is already built, and already this form we selected as a startup object. Let me click on the start button to execute this form. Only one object we can able to select as a startup object at a time. Only one object. We cannot select multiple objects. System will select only one object as a startup object. If you change anything, again you need to build the project. Again you need to execute. See, follow the same procedure. I will tell you very clearly here, because it is a basic setups, basic things. If you miss or if you confused, gone really. Okay, let me filter the data. 25 years people, 25. When I type 25, see here, there are multiple options are coming here. Previously, these options not came, right? Okay, 25 years age, right? When I select here, system automatically filters your data without writing any piece of code. Okay, let's filter like Hyderabad record, HYD. HYD is address, right? Select address, HYD. That's it. You can filter on any field.
Can you do range filters?
Hmm?
Can you do range filters like the 25 or 30? Let's say if I want to 30 to 35, I want to filter all the users, all the records.
I didn't get you. Your voice somewhat.
Can I do
Just
range filters? Can I do range filters like 27 to
range
30?
filter is not possible here. Range filter.
How do we do that then? In that case, if I want it in this form.
It is not possible. Range filter. You need to develop your own. You need to develop your own if you want. You need to customize your form.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So successfully we have created a form, and we have done the filter control functionality also. Now let me stop debugging process here. We have created a form, right? Let me execute again, and I'll show you the form. If you observe something in the form level, there is a EMP ID, there is a DOB, and there are no clarifications about what kind of address I need to enter, either present address or permanent address, or what exactly I need to enter here. There is no clarification, right? This is a shortcut names. EMP ID is a shortcut name. DOB is a shortcut name. End user cannot understand in future. They are laymen's. They cannot understand your shortcut names. You need to provide employee ID. You need to provide here date of birth, full form. We should not provide a DOB. We should not provide EMP ID. But while you are creating table, while you are creating fields in the table, you can provide. You can give the name as EMP ID. That is not a problem. DOB is not a problem. But for EMP ID, provide the label. I'm giving the full name, employee ID. It is a label name. This will show in the user interface. And help text in the sense what kind of data the end user has to enter, that we need to type here, that these label names and help text names, help text or texts, everything will be given by the functional people. For example, I'm giving like enter employee identity number. Okay, just I have given some brief description of this particular field. Go to the date of birth. The label name I'm giving date of birth, and here the help text I'm giving enter date of birth. And for address, okay, only the help text I'm giving for address column, enter present address. Okay, only help text I have given. Okay, save it, build the project. Build the project. Okay, successfully build. Now execute the project. Click on start button, or you can use F5 from your keyboard shortcut. Now you can see the help text and label. The label are showing in the header, and the help text, when you place your cursor, the help text is also showing here in the box itself. Enter employee identity number. Suppose if you go to the date of birth, enter date of birth. Okay, if you go to the address, see here, enter present address, so that there is a clarification for the end user. Okay, what kind of data I need to enter here. So here, when the end user places the cursor here, automatically they can understand, okay, I need to type present address only. So somewhat some clarifications to the end users. That is called label and help text. Okay, let me stop the debugging here. That is called label and help text functionality. Now, next, I'm going to showing you about creating tab control and tab pages. Tab control and tab pages.
Arjun, the label and help text, right? So at the moment you selected the address and you put the label and help text. So this is you're doing under the table section, right? So
Yes.
even in the form, if you select the form, and even in the form we have pulled in the fields, right? So even here, if you select one of this field, like this thing, so you have the help text, right? So what is the difference? Like, can I fill even here? Like it is. Both the areas I can fill, or
no. Here two things. If you provide the label and help text in the table level, suppose if I'm going to using this table in 2 to 3 forms, no need to provide again and again the labels and help text in the different forms, further forms. Suppose if you are providing help text at a form level, again if you are developing some another form, you are using the same table, again you need to give the label names, again you need to type the label names again.
okay, got it.
So better to table level.
What if we give different label names in both table and form? What will happen?
So form is local, right?
Yeah.
Form is local, so local object will be inherited first. For local object there is a highest priority. Suppose there is a I have given the label. What is the label name I have given? Employee ID, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the form. There is an employee ID in the design. In the
Yeah.
design section, there is a
The label.
just where it is.
Label is down. Down. Below name. Yeah.
Okay, right. Suppose if I'm typing something here, employee identity number. Okay.
Yeah.
This is local. This is
Yeah.
local. Absolutely. Let me save it.
So it will always take it from the local if we, okay.
Of course.
It's same with,
Yes.
it's the same with the help text as well, or it's just with
Yes,
the
same. Local object properties are having highest priority. Definitely. Because suppose I'm using, okay, that is called inheritance related concept. I'll tell you, we have a extended data type concept will be there. At that moment, I'll tell you about the labels, help text, and the string size, everything we will discuss over there.
Yeah.
Always local object properties are having highest priority.
Yeah.
See here, you can see employee identity number, the label. You can see this label we have given locally in the form level. It is whatever the label coming from the table, it is overwritten by the local object. So, but it is not suggestible really. It is not suggestible.
Is it a not a best practice, or it does not come under best practice?
No, best practice in the sense, in some cases, for example, I'm using this table in 3 forms. Let us assume that. Okay, let me give you the clarification here because this is very important concept.
Yeah.
This table I'm using in 3 forms. Okay, in 3 forms.
Yeah.
In one form, the label name should be different, but in 2 forms, the label name should be same.
Yeah.
Assume that. What I need to do. Anyway, you will give the label name at a table level, like this. I am here the label name employee. In 2 forms, the label name should be employee. But in the 3rd form, I don't want to show this label name. I want to show employee identity number. So you just need to go to that particular form, go to the design, field, properties, and enter your desired label name. So that whatever the label is coming from the table, that will override by the local object.
Yeah. Because most of the time we'll be using like out of the box tables for the form
200% table.
Yeah, and
Not in table exactly. That is also not in table. In table level, we will not give a label name, help text, blah blah blah. In real time, some more aspect is there. Something is there. I'll tell you that something.
Yeah.
In real time, you should not type the label name here. You should not type the help text here. You will create one extended data type, and you will provide all the properties to that extended data type, and simply that extended data type name will enter here.
Yeah.
That name.
Yeah.
That we will do in the real time. But why I'm telling you here, you should understand what is label.
Yeah.
Suppose if I type the text here, where it will reflect in the form. Suppose if I type the text here in the help text, where it will reflect in the form. So for that purpose, I'm telling you here, but in real time, aspect will be different. That I will show you in a couple of after classes. So once we are dealing with the extended data type concept in the 15th concept, I'll tell you the real time aspect.
Yeah.
If you go to the real time object, okay, so you cannot find the label names in table level, but application explorer, let's take any table. Let me open this table in the designer area. See here, there is no label, there is no help text, right? For fields, for this one also, there is no label, there is no help text. This one also, this one there is a label. there is no help text. This one, label is there. This one, there is no label, help text. But everything, there will be a extended data type will be there. For this extended data type, we will provide the label and help text. From that extended data type, the label and help text will be inherited to this particular crc num underscore br column. From extended data type, we are inheriting help text and label. That is the correct procedure. But giving the label names and help text in the table field properties are very rare. Very rare. Same like it will follow the inheritance here. Okay.
But
Now,
it is not mandatory to create EDT for every field, right? That is it.
No, mandatory.
Okay.
That is best practice, comes under best practice. Of course, system won't object you, but it is mandatory. EDT creation is mandatory. You can see here. Go to the application explorer, open the same accountant underscore BR table, and let's see. For every field we have EDT. See, there is a EDT. Okay, this one there is a EDT. For this one there is a EDT. This one EDT. This one EDT. This one EDT. Last field name. Okay, EDT. See, every field having EDT.
Yeah.
This is a predefined table developed by the Microsoft people. Standard application table.
Even for integer, for every data type. Okay.
Every data type we need to create extended data type. And one more thing, we will not create fields manually in the table like this. We will not create like this. Simply, you will create extended data types, and after creating extended data type, create your table and simply drag and drop all the extended data types to your table fields directly. No need to create at that moment. No need to create here. That I will tell you. Okay, we will create extended data types and we will build one table. How it will be. This is one procedure for creating a table. Okay, this is normal simple procedure. I will tell you one more procedure how we will do in real time. That I will show you. Then you will understand both aspects here. Okay, let me save it first. Okay, the next concept which I'm going to tell you about, one more control called tab and tab edges. Tab control and tab edges. First of all, let me show you the tab control. Like tabs in the sense like how can I show you that? For example, courses. Suppose if you go to the human resource parameters, these are all tab pages. Recruitment, compensation, number sequence, services, service, general. These are all tab pages. Now I'm going to creating this kind of design in this form. Okay. Now I'm creating a first tab control. Right click on the design. And take tab control first. Take the tab control. Okay, tab control I have taken, and rename the tab control name. Form tab control or form tab, your wish. I have given form tab name. Okay, now right click on the form tab and create a new tab page. New tab page in the sense this one, like general. New tab page and give the name form tab page. This name I'm giving like overview tab page. Same name I'm giving to the caption also. Caption in the sense form cap, I mean tab page caption. And here it is showing general, right? It is caption. Here number sequences, it is caption. Employee self service, it is a caption. Caption is different and name is different. Caption is different and the name is different. It is name of the control, but it is caption. It will show in the user interface what exactly you are typing here. This will show in the user interface. Name doesn't appear in the user interface. Only caption will appear in the user interface. Okay, I have created a tab page called overview, and one more tab page I'm creating general. Copy the name and paste it in the caption place, the general tab page. So now we have two tab pages, overview tab page and general tab page. In overview tab page, I would like to show this grid control. Drag the grid into the tab page, overview tab page. Okay, and now in overview, see here in the below preview pane, overview, there is a grid, and in general nothing is there. So I'm going to dragging some columns from again data source to this general tab page, like ID, name, age, date of birth, address, phone number. At a time I have selected by using control button, drag and drop. That's it. At a time I have dragged, so that in general tab page, I mean in overview tab page, we have a grid, right? In general tab page, we have a columns. Okay, let me save the changes first, build the project. Build the project and let me execute. See here in overview we have a grid control, data is showing, and in general tab page fields are showing here. Overview, general. In overview, whatever the record you have selected, for example I have selected 101. If you go to the general, only you can see 101 data. If you select 102 record, if you go to the general, only 102 data will be shown here, right? Overview, general.
Uh, what if we want to move them like to the left as you shown the example parameter from before?
Oh yeah, that I'm going to, that is style. Now I'm going to change the styles of the form, styles of the tab pages. Now it is showing it is a traditional process. I mean, this style is inherited from the 2012. In 2012, the tab pages style will be like this. And now I'm going to change the style. Go to the form tab, I mean tab control properties. There is a style property will be there, style property here. Now I'm selecting vertical tabs. When you select vertical tabs, you can see in the design for you general, right? Vertical tabs.
Hold
Suppose
on.
if you change to fast tabs in the sense like this tab, this is overview, below there is a general like this. You just apply it and try it. Apply the property, build the project, and execute the project. Then you can understand what exactly going on. Like always, you should do trial and error method. Apply one property and check what will happen.
Arjuna, how did you link both the controls means when you choose record from the grid and when you
Yes,
just move to the another tab, it was the control was showing the record from that particular selected row of the grid. How did
yes.
you link both of
No,
them?
no, I have not given any link. That is default system environment. That is default feature, that one. I have not given any link.
I was se- I wa- I just checked. You just selected one employee ID, and the corresponding record was shown in the next tab.
Yes, that is the default. I have not given any link and I have not given any property to show like that. That is default. And there are a couple of styles are there. You just try it. Okay, go to the like tab control properties, and there are different tab pages are there. Styles of panorama in the sense like side by side. Here overview will be there, and beside there is a general like this. Like this. Suppose there is a like drop list in the sense like this. Overview. If you select overview, only overview will show. If you select general, like this. These are all tab page styles. Okay, that also I have mentioned here, like tab styles. Okay, like creating tab and tab pages we have done. You just try it, this one. Okay, in next meeting we will discuss about field groups and action pen control.